everybody. It's O'Neal Gerald Donald, and I actually had a conversation with a former voice student of mine. Clarence, how's it going?
It's going good, actually.
It was a really, really great conversation, and we got to get a picture of where he was before seeing a vocal coach and after seeing a vocal coach. So his name is Clarence, and I think that we just had an amazing conversation. So I wanted to share that conversation with you. So here's my conversation with Clarence. Clarence, how's it going?
It's going good, actually.
It's been so long.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you even cut your hair, you're bald like me. So let me just kind of frame what I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to just kind of get a picture of where you were before we met and where you are now, and how, us meeting, having lessons, transitioned you there. Tell me a little bit about how you were feeling before we met.
It was very difficult. I was always second guessing everything. I don't know, it was just a lot of thinking involved. Breathing wasn't right, and it was just hard.
So you're saying it was hard. How did that make you feel as a singer?
Bad, like trash, basically. I was like, I can sing a little bit, but I can't really deliver in a way that I would, want to be, like I want to perform for people.
So you're telling me that with you working in terms of yourself, using your own voice, you didn't feel like you were a singer, like period. You could sing, maybe you could do a little bit of something, but it wasn't enough for you to present to other people. Right. And to be like, you know what, I'm actually a singer. So like when we look at where you are now, it seems like there's a confidence that's come along with the clicks. Can you talk a bit about that? Like, what happened?
I realized I didn't trust my breath. I did not trust it.
What do you mean?
It's like I would sing like certain notes, and I felt like I always have to like change like the placement or whatever. But it was like, no, it's not the placement. It's the breath. I didn't trust it. I didn't trust it at all. I didn't think it could take me to those places that I actually wanted to go vocally.
What I hear you say is that you were left to your own devices vocally, and because you were supposed to be making your own judgments, etc., so forth, you had no idea what you needed to be leaning on or what you needed to be depending on in order for you to, I guess, feel supported in your singing. Especially for you, that lied in your breath, or the strength that you were missing was from your breath. And it could have been anything else, but for you, it was for breath. But before we met, you were trying to find different things plucked from different areas in your voice or different areas in your singing to kind of find out what worked for you. But even because of your own lack of confidence, you were shooting in the dark. Even if you did find the right thing, you would second guess it anyway.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it would fade. It would fade quick.
So even if you did get something, it would be like, it would kind of fade into the fog of the lack of self-confidence.
Like it'll work for like 2 days, and then when I try to use it again, it's gone. Like I can't feel it, I don't see it. Like, how did I get there? Kind of thing.
Oh my gosh. I guess to anybody that's watching, I would probably even say, when you decide to take that plunge and to actually go from shooting in the dark to actually getting the information you need from an expert, there's actually this bridge that probably never even existed that is now from where you wanted to be vocally to where you can be vocally. You haven't even walked the bridge yet, but it's like, wow, that's actually in sight. Describe what it was to me. Maybe, I guess, the first lesson. You went from being in the dark to now getting the information. Because what you're telling me is that the information clicked a little later, but you were finally getting the information. Tell me what it felt like to finally get the information that you needed.
Once you told me like the things I need to work on, I was like, okay. I said, so it is possible. Okay, this is all I need to work on. Like I was just determined to like just get like these little small things done, like one at a time. Like I was like, once I master this, I can go to the next thing. And I was excited because I can feel the difference. Like it wasn't what I wanted it to be, but I know from you giving me those tips, it's like I knew like I'll be there eventually.
So before it was like, no way. But then, like, us starting to work together, it was like, this is possible. Tell me how valuable that is. Because
oh my God, it's like
night and day.
It's like I started finding my own voice because I realized I was mimicking like a lot of singers. It was crazy.
You're preaching.
The things didn't sound like the way I wanted them to because I was comparing it to who I wanted to sound like, and I had to come to a place to be like, this is my voice. This is you. work it. And when I accepted that, it's like when things started to kind of get easier. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you're telling me because of all the work that you were doing in
Hmm.
trying to, I guess, get a footing for yourself, you were just copying other singers that you loved and are
Yes.
probably awesome singers, but you never got what you needed in order to learn about your voice.
Yes.
But now starting this journey with me, we started to find what your voice was. And
Yes.
you personally were able to now have the tools to be able to find what your voice is, what it sounds like. I think that's really powerful because like radio technically is all that we have, or radio,
Yes.
YouTube, streaming, you know, wherever we consume music. That's all that we really have in terms of really learning about voices and learning about singing. But when we
Yes.
don't hear ourselves sing, you know,
Right.
we are kind of shooting in the dark. Some people actually are matches with the voices that they listen to, and so they
Yes.
take off. But then there's people like us, you know, especially in the male vocalist arena, where vocalists are not necessarily singing the way that we should be, whether
Yeah.
it's not healthy or even if it's just not stylistically what we want. But now you're telling me that now you have the tools to use your voice the way that suits you best. And the wonderful
Yes.
thing about you, Clarence, is that you're a songwriter. For you, you're able to craft a sound, produce a
Yes.
sound around what you now have because you know yourself. You know,
Yes.
that's so valuable. Tell
Oh,
me
yes.
what that power feels like.
Oh wow. That's what I feel like I can take on the world. Actually.
Yeah.
Like it's like give me like another year, I could be doing some big things. I think I'm more excited about like just the freedom of just writing my own music and actually loving my voice.
Woo!
Like when I hear myself sing now, it's like, oh, what's that me?
You love your voice now.
Yes, yeah. That's like the major thing. Like I felt like the process. I end up falling in love with my voice, and it's crazy because my voice just makes me cringe. I just like, I say, why my voice is so high? Why I gotta sound like this and
Hmm.
stuff like that? But it's like just following like those little steps, like the breathing and feeling and the placements, the vowels, and just trusting my breath. I remember like when I really got into like the flow of my own voice, I just woke up one day and I was like, let me just sing. And I just started singing and everything just came out the way that I wanted it to. I was like, wow, I started
Yeah.
really tapping into something.
There's a lot of mind work that happened
Yes.
in you.
Actually,
Yeah.
what happened was I let it all go. Like I started saying like thank you and I'm grateful for this, and like a year later, now I just actually feel grateful. It's like that. It's like 2 years of like using these tips and everything, and then just coming to like the conclusion that I just need to trust my voice. Like
The
your body would never, steer you wrong.
Honestly, I'm really thankful for this conversation because like I'm now even starting to see how important it is for people to get connected with an expert. That one connection for you set you up to be able to now use your voice on your own and be able to build your sound and build your own understanding of your voice, you
Yes.
know, for years and years and years to come. And now like you're able to actually see the path to the end of doing something that you actually love. Once that thing clicks like it has for you, it takes you so far. I'm just glad to be talking to you.
I feel like you reached out at the right moment, like when things are starting to happen, because Monday it's like I met one person and this one person was telling me like how they love my voice. I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, I hear it all the time. But he was like, no, like you actually have something. He said, let me do something for you. So he sent some things to some other people, and then those people ended up contacting me and they wanted me to like make beats for them. And I actually got paid like for my first beat like a couple of days ago.
Hey!
And there's this guy from the Netherlands. He is like, you really have some amazing like material. Like, you should really do this. I was like, right. I was like, just
And
trusting
that
my voice is crazy. All these
exactly.
doors.
And I think that's what people don't even realize. That once you decide to trust the process, trust your
Yes,
voice, trust
yes,
what you've been given. Also, when you just accept it and you have that gratitude for what you do have,
yes,
that process in your mind starts to allow the dream to start to come to you. Like a
Yeah.
lot of people can feel like that's really spooky, etc., and so forth. But
Mm.
it totally works. Once you get out of the low self-esteem, the low confidence, and flip it on its head to be grateful for what you have,
Yes.
that's when your dream actually starts to come to you. So that
Yes.
it's a law. It's exactly what is supposed to happen for you. You're operating by a law. That's what happens. It's not happenstance. It's not a coincidence. Like
Mm-mm.
you put yourself in the right moment to receive from your dream.
I just feel like the world has like opened up to me, and it's like I'm being put in places that I can only dream of. It's like it was just set for me. All I have to do is arrive. It's mind blowing. Like it's nothing but God.
It's
Yeah,
all
it's
him.
crazy.
I didn't even realize how great this conversation was going to be. Okay, so now I want you to talk to people that are out there. Like, there's so many people that watch these videos
Yeah.
that have been, waiting around the mountain, being like, "Oh no, I don't know if I should." Like, what would you tell them in terms of, taking that plunge and investing and working with an expert?
Just do it. Like you hear that, it's so cliche, but it's like it's so true. Do it. Just do it. Get out your own way. If it's something that you want, like invest in it and just
Yeah.
work it out, and just feel your way. Just trust the process,
Hmm.
trust yourself, and just get out the way and let it happen. It's crazy, like the process of it. Like I've learned a lot about myself and I've changed so much. Like my whole mentality has changed. Like I try to be very positive you know, and you like I really have to be really good to myself. You have to be good to yourself.
I couldn't have said it better myself, and I would echo the same sentiment that Clarence just gave. I think that if you are a singer and you know that you're born to be a singer, if you know you're called to make music, I think it's time for you to actually make the plunge, for you actually to do what you've been called to do this entire time. So the way that you can work with me is you can just get on a voice breakthrough call at reclaimyourvoice.ca/call. Take a call with me. Let's get into the ins and outs of what's working and what's not working with your voice, and let's get you to your dream. This isn't for everyone. I know that there's a lot of people that would love to be stars and would love to do all this celebrity stuff with their voices and with their music, but I'm here talking to the people that know without a shadow of a doubt that they're really called. It's not just something that's glamorous. It's something that makes their bones just rattle because they're so excited about it. So take that call. Let's talk about your voice. Reclaimyourvoice.ca/call, and I'll hope to see you soon. Thank you, Clarence, for
You're
this
welcome.
wonderful conversation. And I
Thank you.
hope that so many other people take your example, because this is so good. For everyone that's just watching, I'm O'Neal Gerald Donald. I want you to subscribe to this channel, because this is the place where we teach singers how to listen and we reclaim our voices. And take that call, okay? So I'll see you all in another video. Bye, everyone.